This is the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Sunday, the 14th of October. I'm Michael Groff, and it's the meteorological version of Deja Vu as record rainfall hits the valley for a second time this month. Now, we're going to start to dry out today, but by tomorrow night and into Tuesday, believe it or not, another shot at rain comes into the valley. And temperatures, well, they're going to remain well below average all the way through the forecast period. All right, let's look at what happened yesterday. This graphic, courtesy of the National Weather Service in Phoenix, 2.19 inches of rain officially in the bucket yesterday. Needless to say, that set a daily record. It's also the third wettest day we've ever had in October. And we're not even halfway through the month, and we've already had our wettest October on record and the fourth wettest month overall, with records going all the way back to 1895. And looking at some of the rainfall totals from across the valley yesterday, very impressive numbers. Widespread 1 to 2 inch amounts, over 3 inches at South Mountain Park. Here in Arcadia, where I am, 2.5 inches, just over that. And there's Sky Harbor's 2.19. The rest of the almanac from yesterday, hey, the high temperature was 73 degrees, but that occurred just after midnight. We spent most of the day in the 60s, including a low of 63, which occurred at 2:45 p.m., And one other impressive stat that we see there, 8.72 inches of rain now for the year. With 2.5 months to go, we've already surpassed our annual rainfall. Pretty nice. All right, outside right now, not a whole lot to look at least on this cam view, because there are some patches of fog to look out for. And at 6 a.m. at Sky Harbor, current temperature 63 degrees. The dew point also 63, so the relative humidity 100%. The winds are light and the barometer is steady. Temperatures around the area this morning, 53 is the cool spot at Thompson Peak. Most of us are in the upper 50s and low 60s. The water vapor satellite view shows the upper low that was responsible for all the rain yesterday. It is now beginning to move to the east. It will open up and drier subsident air will follow it this afternoon. The watch warning map is pretty lit up out here across the western half of the country, with winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings for the eastern Rockies and out into the Plain States, the Texas and Oklahoma panhandles, parts of Kansas. They could see some snow, their first big snow of the season in some of those areas. Freeze warnings for parts of the west and the Plain States as well. Wind advisories over the Mojave Desert and parts of the Colorado River. On the convective outlook for today, a slight risk of severe storms from Del Rio through the Dallas-Fort Worth area all the way up to Texarkana, with a marginal risk for the adjacent areas. And precipitation coming from the WPC. This is valid through next Sunday morning. Amounts between 1/4 and 1/3 of an inch here in the valley. Somewhat heavier totals up north. And these numbers might have to get adjusted upward, especially if current model trends pan out. And we'll take a look at those models right now and see what's going on. This is the GFS, the 06Z run, valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon. That upper low over the southwest begins to move east. It weakens into an open wave. Subsident air, that sinking air behind it, will sort of put a cap on any shower and thunderstorm activity today. We might see an isolated shower or two through the day, though. Partly sunny skies, patchy fog this morning, just a 10% chance of seeing any rain here. Highs this afternoon in the low and middle 70s will be around or even more than 15 degrees below average. Tonight, partly cloudy, lows in the 60s, and then tomorrow, most of the day is pleasant with partly cloudy skies, kind of November-like, with highs in the low and middle 70s. But a piece of energy breaks away from that trough over the Intermountain West and spins up a closed low over western Arizona, and that'll be our next weather maker. By tomorrow night, that low continues to spin and pulls some pretty significant moisture northward back into southern Arizona. And here we go again. A chance of showers and thunderstorms returns to the forecast, not just tomorrow night, but into Tuesday morning. And the models are trending wetter with this system. Now, it's not going to be anything like what we've seen yesterday or with Rosa, but still, we're looking at rainfall amounts between 1 and 2/3 of an inch with this if current model trends pan out. And Tuesday will be a very cool day with highs struggling to get into the lower 70s. All right, we'll start to dry out a little bit as that low shifts ever so slightly to the east, but it's not going to go anywhere. It's stuck because high pressure builds over the Great Basin in the Pacific Northwest, so it's just going to meander around the southwest. So we'll have breezy to locally windy conditions at times through the rest of the week, with widely scattered showers across northern and eastern Arizona. Maybe an isolated shower in here on Wednesday. Highs in the mid-70s. Mid and upper 70s on Thursday. Partly cloudy skies. We'll keep the chance of rain out of the forecast for now. Same thing for Friday. But that low just keeps spinning and keeps meandering, and the models think that this thing drifts back to the west by next Saturday. And then we get on the positive vorticity side of it again, the side where the cyclonic flow starts to create rising air, some diffluence aloft, and yep, another chance of rain in here by next weekend. Now, boy, when we start talking about closed lows 5 and 6 days out, there is not a lot of forecast confidence in this solution. So we're not saying it's going to rain definitively here, but boy, that looks very favorable right now for at least some light rain next Saturday. Let's go to a week from today. This is Sunday, the 21st of October. Still have the closed low here over the southwest states. It's still unsettled, partly cloudy, maybe a small chance of a shower. Here's Monday the 22nd. Looks like the low kind of fizzles out. We're under the influence of high pressure at the moment. Heights are around average, so high temperatures would be close to average, maybe just a little bit below that, with highs in the low 80s. And then here's the end of the 10-day forecast period. This is Tuesday the 23rd of October. We've got a weak shortwave approaching us from the west. And I don't even know if I want to go here, but you know what? Let's just do it. What the heck? Here we go. The GFS out there at 240 hours. It's got another hurricane down there south of the Baja, 910 millibar low. I don't think it would ever be that deep. The European has a similar solution, though. Ordinarily, nothing to worry about 10 days out, but hey, this month, everything has to be watched pretty closely, right? Let's take a look at the temperatures through the period off the GFS ensemble. Highs staying below average for the next 10 days, probably out through 2 weeks, maybe the rest of the month, as our Twilight Zone October, as I'm calling it, continues. All right, that's going to do it for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video back here tomorrow morning. If you like our videos, be sure to subscribe so that whenever we post a brand new one, you'll get the notifications. Plus, your comments, questions, and suggestions. They're always encouraged as well. Be safe out there, enjoy this cool weather, and have yourselves a fantastic Sunday.